Its advanced formulation delivers faster flow and temperature protection in the harshest driving conditions, elevating engine performance by helping it run cleaner, longer. Available now at Napa.
Bear Lake Dental in Montpelier is where kindness and dentistry meet. Our friendly, talented team have years of experience in providing compassionate service and high-quality dental care. Dr. Micah Himmerick, Dr. Monty Weston, and a full staff of dental experts are here to help you create a new smile. Visit Bear Lake Dental at 215 South 4th Street in Montpelier, online at bearlakedental.com, or give us a call at 208-847-0153. Bear Lake Dental, creating happy, beautiful smiles.
We take all the decisions and explain them and make it easier for everybody to understand.
We bring a uniqueness to it, and we try to make sure everything is positive and happy and people have a good experience.
People come in and sign the papers when they leave and they're happy, they get their house.
Now I can.
I like that.
When we hand you that deed to your home, there's not going to be anything that's going to come up later that's going to hurt.
Live coverage of Bear Lake High School sports on the SVI Sports Network is presented by Flying S Title and Escrow, whatever it takes. Stephen Hammond Dental, local family dentistry. Gary Tusher CPA, bookkeeping, tax returns, and payroll, here to help. Lenhart Beverages, proud to support the Bear Lake Bears. And by KVSI The Wave, the Bear Lake Valley's hit music station on 105.3 FM.
We take all the decisions and explain them and make it easier for everybody to understand.
We bring a uniqueness to it, and we try to make sure everything is positive and happy and people have a good experience.
People come in and sign the papers when they leave and they're happy, they get their house. I like that.
When we hand you that deed to your home, there's not going to be anything that's going to come up later that's going to hurt.
You know what I like about Caribou Ford? It's a quick drive. It's gorgeous, and I get what I want.
I take my Caribou Ford to the Oregon Trail golf course.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? I can check out inventory online before I go. Now that's service.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? Satisfaction.
We're Caribou Ford with top awards in the region for customer satisfaction because we're still keeping it simple in Soda Springs.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, it's not only about mining phosphate for production of crop nutrients that support western U.S. farmers and ranchers. It's about supporting our employees, neighbors, and local communities and their families. From providing quality competitive jobs to being an active partner in our local communities. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine. Passion for people and supporting local families by bringing Earth's resources to life.
Welcome to Green River, Wyoming, Lincoln Middle School, Bear Lake basketball, ready to...
This broadcast is owned by SVI Media. Any use without prior written permission is prohibited.
Let's go here from Lincoln Middle School. And Bear Lake Bears set to take on Rawlins, the Rawlins Outlaws, on the SVI network. From the Lane Board Classic, Bears picked up a big win yesterday as they defeated St. Stephen's Eagles. And the girls also over here. Girls are 2-0 in the tournament. Boys are 1-1. Lost on Thursday to Evanston. Beat St. Stephen's yesterday. Now taking on Rawlins this morning. The girls took on Evanston as well on Thursday. Won big in that game. Had a much tougher challenge, but still won by 12 yesterday versus a very good Mountain View team. And then this afternoon at 2 o'clock, the girls take on Rock Springs over at Rock Springs High School. So Bears having a good tournament. Both teams having a good tournament. Girls have all three teams over here. Boys just have the two. Lots of games going on, lots of stuff. Wrestling also happening today in Kemmer. So the boys and girls teams both over in Kemmer, Wyoming, as the wrestling tournament going on as well. After this, everybody takes a break for about a week. The wrestling team goes to Soda on the 27th. That's the Cardinal
Classic over there. Yep.
And then the boys and girls both travel to North Fremont on the 28th, a week from today. And they play up in North Fremont. And that's back-to-back games. The varsity girls will play about 5:30, and the varsity boys at 7. Should be back-to-back games. It should be a lot of fun over the Christmas break. Way to see both teams. And we'll have those games on the air on the SVI network on the 28th.
Kind of fun to do both on the same day. It's nice. I wish we had that opportunity every time. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, but not everybody can accommodate the double gyms. We did it last year for a home game. We do, but not everybody can accommodate 2 games at the same time. We utilized our middle school, and so it is good to be able to do that. And this is the first game of the day, so we're going to start with the national anthem. We didn't do that yesterday, but I think it's because we're the first game of the day. So, day 3 is the Flaming Gorge Classic, and Bears and Rawlins. Bears will be the home team today. They're in their white, and Rawlins will be in red. All right. So something I haven't seen before, but it worked. He just held the microphone up to the speaker on his phone, played the national anthem that way.
Sometimes you just do what you got to do.
And we're ready for some basketball. Bear Lake Bears and Rawlins Outlaws. And Rawlins, coached by David Greniger, and they've got a senior laden team. They start a senior Valapando, Gonzalez, a sophomore. Number 15 is Searle, another senior. Number 23 is Lascano, another senior. And number 30 is Grant, another senior. Villapondo, there's 2 of Villapondos on the team. We'll try to keep those straight as we go. So we got Anderson, Warner, Jack Hume, Brock Birch, and Logan Keach. Starting today the same way they started yesterday against St. Stephen's. And new starting lineup where Keach starting rather than Tafoya. A much bigger starting lineup, having Keach start instead of Tafoya. Birch will jump it up in the center court circle. We're ready to get underway versus the Outlaws. Searle, senior. So a very senior-laden team for the Outlaws, very young team for the Bears. And we're ready for basketball early on a Saturday morning from Green River, Wyoming. Tip is controlled by Rawlins. Gonzalez over to Lascano. Back up top, it goes to Gonzalez, now to Lascano again. Gonzalez cross-court in the corner to Villapondo, and he's out of bounds. Good defense by the Bears to force the turnover on the first possession. Again, no shot clock today, as we mentioned yesterday. It didn't seem to bother the boys too much yesterday, but you could definitely see the girls mentally that had that shot clock going off in their head. Hume with a nice pass. Receiver of a nice pass from Birch for the easy bucket. The Bears take their early lead 2-0.
Beautiful assist by Birch to see him open under the basket.
Gonzalez in the backcourt now gets it finally to Lizcano and knocked away by Birch. Villalpando runs it down in the corner, but he's against the baseline. He's going to have to go cross court. Bears steal it away again. So a couple of
interception.
turnovers.
That's what it looked like.
And another layup at the other end by Warner. He can't quite get it. Good defense there by the Outlaws to force him just a little bit too far underneath the hoop. He gets it a little bit too hard off the rim and misses. Logan Keats going to tie his shoes real quick. So there's a temporary stoppage in play. But the Bears have forced 2 turnovers, got a layup once, got a look at a layup, but the good defense forced him a little bit too far under on the second time. But the Bears lead it 2-0. Lizcano, sorry, that was Gonzalez with it in the backcourt. Over to Searle. Searle shot no good. Rebound went to Lizcano. His shot was blocked and rebounded by Warner. The Bears have the ball and the lead 2-0 with a minute and a half gone in the game. Warner with it in the corner. He'll dribble out to Birch. Birch on the wing in three-point range looking for something inside. Nothing there. So he'll reset the offense at the top. He goes to Keach. Keach passes a little bit low. He doesn't handle it. Goes off his foot, out of bounds. Turnover for the Bears. So still 2-0. In the backcourt, Gonzalez will bring it up. Bears putting on some pressure. Villalpando and Gonzalez playing catch with it in the backcourt. And Bears steal it away. Hume will come away with it. And then a foul on the Outlaws. Foul on number 15, Searle. His first foul of the game on either team. Results in another turnover for Bear Lake. Warner with it. Down to Hume underneath. Hume dribbles, nice spin move, but he can't get a shot up. Good defense there to stop him. He goes outside to Anderson. Anderson over to Hume in three-point range. He'll release the three. No good. Rebound to Birch. And he has the ball knocked away on his way up, but there's a foul call against the Outlaws. That was a great rebound there by Birch. Fought his way back to the hoop. He'll go to the foul line, to the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line. Jacobson Mountain Air for all your heating, air conditioning needs in the Bear Lake Valley. Contact Jacobson Mountain Air. And Birch shot well from the foul line yesterday. That one rims out. He'll have another. The Bears lead it 2-0. 5:43 left to go in the first period. Bears defense has been stifling to this point. Birch rims the second one in instead of out. And the Bears lead it now 3-0. Villalpando quickly up ahead to Lizcano in the corner. Villalpando for three, and we're tied just like that. The first Phillips 66 U-Save three-point make of the game goes to Damian Villalpando for the Rawlins Outlaws. And then Villalpando knocks it away, but it goes right to Hume. He's going to go down the lane, get it to Keach. But there was a foul on the pass, I believe, that they're going to call.
That goes on Grant, his first, third team foul for the Outlaws.
So I think they called it on him as Hume was going down the lane and making the pass. Mm-hmm. Keach would have had a layup there, so maybe the Bears prefer that one's not called, but Hume will trigger on the baseline. Third team foul on the Outlaws. Hume's going to come up top to Birch. He'll set the offense now to Anderson. Anderson's going to direct some traffic and go to Hume. On the elbow, looking inside for Birch. Nothing there, so now he'll go to Warner. And there, instead they call a foul.
Oh, that goes on Birch, his first.
They say he set an illegal screen. He had Warner wide open. But they said he did it with a little bit too much extra movement on the screen. So first foul on Bear Lake of the game. Villalpando with it in the backcourt. Now back to Gonzalez, to Villalpando, still in the backcourt. Cross court, it goes to Lizcano. He falls with it, but he maintains his pivot foot, but then throws it away to Birch. Birch is going to go the other way for the layup. So the Bears take the lead right back at 5-3 with the steal and the layup by Brox Birch. This pressure is causing some problems. Grant breaks it, gets it to Lascano in the corner. Gonzalez now to Villapando. Grant, corner 3, Searle, no good. Rebound, Brock's Birch. And Birch will bring it into the front court, now hand it to Anderson. Anderson will set the offense with 4:20 left to go in the first quarter. Bears lead it by a score of 5-3. Inside it goes to Warner. He tries to force it up. Villapando takes it away. Nice hands there by Villapando to get the steal on the double team. Gonzalez in three-point range. He scoops it inside, throws it away. He thought Lascano was going to cut to the hoop. Lascano did not, and it turns into a turnover. And the girls' team walking in.
The girls' team up and at 'em. No sleeping in over there, ladies.
They don't play for a while, so I guess they figured they should come and support the boys' team. And Bears basketball. Bears with the 5-3 lead. 4 minutes. Substitutions in the game now. Tafoya and Carlisle come in for Bear Lake. And it looks like it is Hume and Keach that went to the big game, to the bench.
Sorry, I was watching the girls come in.
Anderson with the ball at the top of the key. He'll hand to Birch on the dribble handoff. Birch to Tafoya. Tafoya down the lane. Jumper up and in. Nice play there. The dribble handoff worked. Got Tafoya the open look from about 12 feet in the lane.
Good to see him get that shot. He struggled a little bit at the basket yesterday. So
Philo in the game, another senior for the Outlaws, and he'll take the corner 3. He'll miss it, and Anderson's going to get the rebound out front. So Philo comes in quickly, launches a 3, and Bear Lake basketball. Bears have only given up the one made shot, and Anderson up with it, and he scores. Anderson makes it 9-3 in favor of the Bears. 3:05 left in the first quarter. Philo with it in the backcourt. He gets it to Lascano. Lascano to Villapando, and Villapando inside to Grant. Grant with the turnaround shot, no good. And Birch will come down with the rebound for the Bears. And here is Tafoya with the basketball. Tafoya will dribble down the lane, give it to Anderson. Anderson will bring it back to the top, spin, go down the lane, loop it over to Carlisle. Offensive foul before the pass. After he made the pass.
Wow. I don't know. Was he set? We'll take that, I guess. Anderson with his first.
I was watching the ball on the pass, not the contact, and they said that Lascano drew the foul. And Grant with it out deep. It goes to Villapando in the corner to Philo. Philo back out to Villapando. Inside it goes to Grant. He's triple teamed, so he'll come back out to Searle. Searle will shoot the 3. He misses. Philo with the rebound back out to Villapando. He'll drive the lane, throw it up, and get the roll.
Great
nice move. He's got all 5 points, if I'm not mistaken, for the Outlaws, and it's 9-5 in favor of the Bears. Anderson with it. Anderson tries to hand to Tafoya. Incomplete. I'm not sure if Tafoya wasn't expecting it, but it was a dribble handoff that goes out of bounds.
Ewing coming in for Birch.
Villapando will bring the ball in front court. Bears pull out of their pressure for the first time in the game. Villapando goes to Philo. And back out to Villapando. Dribble handoff now to Philo. He'll come across the top to Searle. Searle back to Villapando. Elbow. Back up top. Searle. And Villapando thought about the 3. Instead, he'll go to Searle. Searle inside to Grant. Grant, corner 3. Yes. He gets the corner 3. And just like that, it's 9-8. The Bears had a lead of 9-3 a minute ago. And the Outlaws have cut it down to 1 at 9-8. Tafoya to Anderson. Anderson waiting for the cutters. Now goes to Warner, top of the key. Warner will dribble over and go to Tafoya. Tafoya, corner 3. Yes, there's a Phillips 66 U save. 3-point make for Tafoya from the corner. Bears lead is back to 4 at 12-8 with 1 minute left in the first quarter. And Tafoya has 5 points already on the game. Corner pass to Philo, up to Villapando, up top to Searle. Quick ball movement over to Lascano. Lascano down the lane. He goes to Villapando. Corner 3. Philo. Yes.
Wow. That's
and the Phillips 66 3-point line is on fire right now. 3 makes for the 3 of the 4 makes for the Outlaws have been from the Phillips 66 U-Save 3-point line. And the Bears have one as well. Then they call Tafoya for the travel.
All right, coming into the game for the Outlaws, we've got Villapando and Gonzalez leaving the court, Searle and Lascano. So now you got 2 Villapandos on the floor.
Number 10 and number 2. I don't know, the brothers or cousins?
Same age, so they're either
same
twins
age, same height. Villapando in the corner, Philo opposite side this time for 3. Yes, he's made 3 threes already. And all of a sudden, it's 14-12 in favor of the Outlaws. Anderson forces it up at the other end, but it'll go to the line. He'll shoot 2. Nice, strong move to the hoop by Anderson.
That foul goes on Gonzalez. That will be his second.
Gonzalez, the sophomore out there. Everybody else that has played in the game so far is a senior. And Anderson will shoot from the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line. Jacobson Mountain Air. For all your heating and air conditioning needs in the Bear Lake Valley, contact Jacobson Mountain Air. First one is no good off the back of the rim.
Matos coming in for Grant.
Another senior. This is a very old, experienced team.
Yes.
Anderson has a chance to cut the Outlaw lead to just a point. And he does. He goes 1 out of 2. It's 14-13. And that will be the end of the first quarter as the Outlaws take the lead late and lead at 14-13, courtesy of the long ball. We'll be back with the second quarter after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier is your full-service pharmacy, including prescription refills and medications. Bear Lake Drug also offers services such as rapid strep test, rapid influenza test, and medication synchronization. Ask your pharmacist for more details at Bear Lake Drug on Washington Street in Montpelier. Visit BearLakeDrugID.com. That's BearLakeDrugID.com. It's your local drugstore and a whole lot more. Bear Lake Drug.
Here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, we have the honor of having a great radiology team. They've been recognized at the state level of being the best in their field. In our radiology department, we are able to provide MRIs, CT scans, X-rays, mammograms, ultrasound, echocardiograms, nuclear medicine, and DEXA scans.
This broadcast is owned by SVI Media. Any use without prior written permission is prohibited.
Scoreboard shows that the Bears trail the Outlaws by a score of 14-13. And Philo, one of only 2 sophomores playing in this game. Everybody else is seniors for the Rawlins Outlaws. Came in and made 3 3-point shots at the end of that first quarter to give the Outlaws the lead at 14-11. They've only made 1 2-point bucket in the game. Everything else has come from the long ball. That Phillips 66 U-Save 3-point line has been good to the Outlaws. The Bears start the second quarter with the ball. Nearly turn it over underneath, but it's last touched by the Outlaws. It'll be Bears basketball. They're out there with Hume, Tafoya, Carlisle, Ewing, and Keach on the court right now for the Bear Lake Bears. Hume's going to come up top to Tafoya. Tafoya with the runner down the lane, no good, and rebound, still on the floor, finally taken down by Lascano for the Outlaws. Everybody boxed out, nobody went for the ball, so the ball just kind of sat there for a minute, and Villapando goes to Grant, who checked back in at the quarter, out to Villapando, in the corner to Philo, got to be in his face, he's got those 3 3-point makes. Grant's going to throw it away, tried to get it in the corner to Searle, a little bit too high for him, turnover. Bears trailing by 1 on the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard at 14-13. We'll have the ball here as we got 7:20 left in this second quarter from Lincoln Middle School during the in the Flaming Gorge Classic. Keach with it, dribbling down the lane, trying to force his way in. He's going to have to come back outside with it to Hume. Hume spin move, knocked away from him, and they call the foul as he spun to the hoop. And they call that on Villapando. That's his first team first of the quarter, but it'll send Jack Hume to the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line. Jacobson Mountain Air, for all your heating and air conditioning needs, Hume ties the game at 14 from the foul line, and looks like Anderson's going to replace Tafoya. Another foul shot coming up for Jack Hume, chance to put the Bears back in the lead. They led it by as many as 6 at 9-3, and we're tied still, but the rebound goes to Carlisle. He forces it up, no good. Rebound to Keach. He forces it up, and he'll go back to the foul line. So another trip to the Jacobs Mountain Air foul line for the Bear Lake Bears. 2 offensive rebounds on the foul shot and putback attempt. And a good, strong defense by the Outlaws to not allow the easy bucket. And they'll make Keach try to earn it from the foul line. Jacobs Mountain Air getting their money's worth again today. Keach misses the first.
Grant coming out of the game as he picks up his second foul, being replaced by White.
So Austin White, another sophomore. There are no juniors on this team. And both foul shots were missed by Keach. It will be Outlaw basketball as he hit the backboard but not the rim. It's a 30-second timeout taken by the Bears. We'll take it, and we'll be back in 30 seconds on the SVI Sports Network.
Our PT department is comprised of physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We also have pelvic floor that we do. Physical therapy helps in multiple settings. They assist in the skilled nursing facility, the manor, the home health, along with helping out with both preoperative and postoperative. Make sure that you have the best outcome with your surgery and your way of life going forward.
It's the SVI Sports Network with Jared and Lisa and live coverage of Bear Lake basketball.
Outlaw basketball in a tie game, 14-14 from Lincoln Middle School. As 2 foul shots missed on that trip by Logan Keach. Villapando brings the ball up. Looks like, I was going to say starters back out there for Rawlins, but they do have a couple substitutions in because of the foul trouble. It goes inside to the sophomore. He misses. Rebound. Searle can't bring it down. And it's last touch by Jack Hume. It'll stay Outlaw basketball. That was Austin White that had the look in the key. Couldn't get it to go. He'll receive the inbounds pass. In the corner it goes to Searle. Searle with a quick 3. No good this time. Carlisle secures the rebound for the Bears. And a 14-14 ball game. These Outlaws shoot a lot of three-point shots. They have 14 points, 12 of those 14 coming via the long ball. So we're in the second quarter, and they only have 1 2-point make on the game. And Logan Keach is going to commit the foul on the loose ball. As it was knocked away from him inside in the scramble for it. He goes to the floor and commits the foul.
Logan's first. And the first in the quarter. Logan coming out of the game, being replaced by Warner.
Warner had a great game yesterday against St. Stephen's. Scored 15 points, led all Bears in scoring in that game. Villapando goes to Searle out on the elbow in 3-point range. Bears now in a man-to-man. I think they're trying to take away those 3-point attempts. And there is a foul away from the ball. Shot wouldn't have counted if it would have gone.
That goes on White, his first. It's their second team foul. Third, actually.
So they ran Villapando through a double screen to get him open for the 3, and they said that White moved on the screen. Carlisle gets it inside to Warner. Warner tries to go up with it, loses it out of bounds. He would have had a chance for a layup there, but just on the last dribble lost control, and it went off his hands in turnover Bears. Philo will bring the ball into the front court. Bears move out into their man-to-man defense. And Philo has to come back out to White. White to Villapando near midcourt. He's still out there. Now he's going to dribble. And another illegal screen. Yeah.
That one goes on Searle, his second.
And that was just a timing. Villapando didn't give Searle a chance to get there and get his feet set.
Yeah. Searle coming out of the game, being replaced by Emmanuel Villapando.
And that's a huge difference in height there, giving up about 5 inches of height with Searle going to the bench. Birch with it. He bounces inside to Warner, back to Hume. Hume, Phillips 66 3-ball on the way, no good. And the rebound goes out of bounds to the Outlaws. So the 3-ball has not been good to the Bears. It has been good to the Outlaws as they've got 4 made threes. Phillips 66 you save, where your convenience is our pleasure.
Gavin Green in the game, and coming out is
I didn't see.
Philo.
Philo?
I took him out before I looked at his name. So
he's their shooter. He's got 3 made 3-point shots. White with it, being defended there by Warner. Now back to Villapondo. This is Emmanuel. And back to Green. Green dribbling with it out near midcourt. He'll go to Damian Villapondo. And he's going to drive, kick it out to Green. Again, no shot clock. White loses it temporarily, gets it back to Green, back to Villapondo, and to Villapondo. Damian now with it. Up top to Green, to Lascano. Lascano drives, shoots off the backboard, no good. Birch rebounds and gets it out front to Anderson. Anderson will set the offense to Hume on the elbow. Hume will go to Birch. Birch. Wait for the cutters, now come across the top and inside to Warner. Warner with the spin move, up off the backboard, no good. Birch with the rebound and put back. Birch comes flying in, catches it and puts it off the board without ever coming down and scores on the putback. And the Bears back in the lead, 16-14. So the Bears now with, I think, 4 unanswered points.
4 in the second quarter is all.
They've scored all the points in the quarter. And
oh,
nice block by
Warner.
Villapondo went down the lane. Warner got the block and the rebound. Hume's going to go down the lane at the other end. Can't quite get it over the rim. And the rebound eventually does go back to Hume. Carlisle now for 3. No good. And the rebound goes off of Warner. So the Bears, the last 2 3-point looks for the Bears have caught nothing but some air, as they've missed 2 in a row. The U-Save Phillips 66 long ball not going down for the Bear Lake Bears today. 3.5 minutes left till halftime. Low scoring affair, 16-14. Villapondo is going to be fouled by Anderson.
That'll be Anderson's second.
Villapondo frustrated with his teammate right now. He's saying, hey, I need some help out here.
Tafoya coming into the game for Anderson.
So Emmanuel Villapondo to inbound. He'll go to Damian. Damian gets a screen, goes down the lane, passes out to Green. Green over to Emmanuel. He'll go down the lane, pass it back to Lascano. Lascano to the foul line, and they call the travel.
Yes,
absolutely.
yes.
He got cut off. Good defense there by the Bears, and he had to try to change positions to get a shot off and gets called for the travel.
Ewing coming in for Carlisle.
Hume will bring the ball into the front court. 3:05 as he crosses the center court line. Left here in the first half. Goes to Tafoya. Tafoya is going to lose the ball out of bounds. Dribbled it off his own foot. As a great defense there by Emmanuel Villapondo to create the turnover. Damian Villapondo to bring the ball into the front court as we're under 3 minutes left to go till halftime in still only 1 2-point make for Rawlins in this game. Tafoya around the screen, forces the pass over to Emmanuel, back to Damian. And Hume intercepts the pass. He'll go the other way, lay it up, miss it. Rebound by Birch, and again he makes it without hitting the ground. That's twice he's done that in the game. Bears back up by 4 at 18-14. Birch cleaning up the boards and the putbacks. Emmanuel, go back to Damian. Damian way out in three-point range. Thought about it. Thinks better of it. Now to Green. Green drives across the top. He'll go to Lascano. Lascano hands it back to Emmanuel. Emmanuel down in the corner, defended by Birch. He'll bring it back up to Damian out near midcourt. Good thing there's not a shot clock.
Mm-hmm.
These guys take their time on offense, and finally they call a foul
That goes on to Foya, his first.
There was a lot of contact on that possession.
There was a lot of contact everywhere.
And they waited till the last second to call the foul.
All right, coming back into the game for the Outlaws, Gonzalez replacing Emmanuel
Villapando.
Thank you.
This is what we're going with.
Yep.
And if we're wrong, we're sorry. It's not intentional.
That's how the announcer announced it as well. So we're hoping that we're getting it correct.
Matos to Villapando up top. 1:50 left in the first half. Villapando now to Gonzalez. Gonzalez down the lane.
Hume almost with another steal.
Out to Green. Now to Lascano. Lascano down the lane. Gets it to Mateos. Up, no good, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line. He'll shoot a pair.
Warner going to get that foul. That'll be the 5th team foul for the Bears. So every foul from here on out will be a shooting foul.
Yeah, for both teams with 1 minute and 36 seconds left. From the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line, Matos, M-A-T-O-S, misses his first. He'll have another.
Gonzalez out, and coming into the game is Philo.
Gonzalez started the game, but that was a very quick 30 seconds off the bench there.
Well, that's only their 4th foul. I was
Matos
totally wrong.
Misses both. Birch with the rebound. And if I recall, they have not scored in this quarter.
Not at all. Nope. They were 14 at the end of the first quarter.
Ewing raises for a 2 from the foul line extended, misses, and the rebound goes to the Outlaws. Villapando will walk the ball into the front court. Down to 1:14 left in the first half. 18-14 game. Hume knocks it away, but it goes into the hands of Green. Green in the corner to Villapando. The Bears extending to the man-to-man has shut down the three-point looks for the Outlaws, and it has definitely stifled their offense. Philo back to Villapando. And he goes to Green. We're under a minute. Lascano has got to come back out to Green. He had a shot, but couldn't get it off. Changed his mind. And Villapando now looking for a screen. And he goes to Lascano. Lascano down the lane. Spin move, no good. Rebound to Birch. 30 seconds left. Bears can look for the last shot if they want it. Jack Hume is going to drive the lane, go all the way to the hoop, lay it up, and in. So Hume found an opening and said, hey, we don't need to wait for the last shot. We can just score here. 20-14. Bears up by 6, tying their biggest lead of the game. And a 30-second timeout taken with 14 seconds left in the half. And some players coming off the bench. I think some offense, defense going on here. 30-second timeout. We'll take it as we're about to go to halftime. And the Bears have scored every point here in the second quarter. They trailed by 1 when the quarter started. They now lead by 6. It's 7-0 in the quarter, 20-14 in the game for the Bear Lake Bears. Foul trouble really not an issue. A couple players on each team with 2, but nothing too serious in foul trouble. There will be foul shots if there's any fouls committed here at the last 14 seconds. That's an interesting time to take a timeout there.
Yeah.
If you might want to save that one to the end of the game. You know you got a chance for one more shot. 14 seconds is plenty of time to set something up. But they brought in White and Philo out there with Villapando, Gonzalez, and Searle. So I think they brought their shooters in is what they did right there. Bears have Tafoya, Warner, Birch, Ewing, and Hume out there for the last 14.1 seconds. Gonzalez in the backcourt with it. And he comes to Philo, down under 9 seconds. And Tafoya knocks away, but it goes out of bounds. It'll remain Outlaw basketball. 7 seconds left now in the half. Gonzalez with it in the backcourt. He'll dribble into the front court, come around a screen, elevate, and miss it. Rebound to Warner. That's the end of the half. So the Outlaws go scoreless in the second quarter. Bears lead it at halftime by a score of 20-14. We'll take a 2-minute break. We'll come back, give you the halftime stats and analysis right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Live coverage of Bear Lake High School sports on the SVI Sports Network is presented by Flying S Title and Escrow, whatever it takes. Stephen Hammond Dental, local family dentistry. Gary Tusher CPA, bookkeeping, tax returns, and payroll, here to help. Lenhart Beverages, proud to support the Bear Lake Bears. And by KVSI The Wave, the Bear Lake Valley's hit music station on 105.3 FM.
always with the helpful hardware, folks.
When it's time for a brake job, go with Napa Silent Guard. Built with fiber-reinforced shims and rubber-coated hardware that reduce noise and provide an exact fit for the life of the pad. Available now at Napa. Give your engine the attention it deserves with Napa Full Synthetic Engine Oil. Its advanced formulation delivers faster flow and temperature protection in the harshest driving conditions, elevating engine performance by helping it run cleaner, longer. Available now at Napa.
Bear Lake Dental in Montpelier is where kindness and dentistry meet. Our friendly, talented team have years of experience in providing compassionate service and high-quality dental care. Dr. Micah Himmerick, Dr. Monty Weston, and a full staff of dental experts are here to help you create a new smile. Visit Bear Lake Dental at 215 South 4th Street in Montpelier. Online at bearlakedental.com or give us a call at 208-847-0153. Bear Lake Dental, creating happy, beautiful smiles.
We take all the decisions and explain them and make it easier for everybody to understand.
We bring a uniqueness to it, and we try to make sure everything is positive and happy and people have a good experience.
People come in and sign papers and then they leave and they're happy, they get their house. I like that.
When we hand you that deed to your home, there's not going to be anything that's going to come up later that's going to hurt.
Live coverage of Bear Lake High School sports on the SVI Sports Network is presented by Flying S Title and Escrow, whatever it takes. Stephen Hammond Dental, local family dentistry. Gary Tusher CPA, bookkeeping, tax returns, and payroll, here to help. Lenhart Beverages, proud to support the Bear Lake Bears. And by KVSI The Wave, the Bear Lake Valley's hit music station on 105.3 FM.
We take all the decisions and explain them and make it easier for everybody to understand.
We bring a uniqueness to it, and we try to make sure everything is positive and happy and people have a good experience.
People come in and sign papers and then they leave and they're happy, they get their house.
Your leader in local coverage of high school sports. This is the SVI Sports Network.
20-14 on the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard here at halftime from Lincoln Middle School as the Bear Lake boys in the Flaming Gorge Classic looking to get their second win of the tournament after beating St. Stephen's yesterday. And Lisa, give us the first half stats. Who did the scoring? There's several stats that I'm anxious to talk about here in a minute. But first of all, who did the scoring for the Outlaws?
All right. Looks like leading scorer for the Outlaws is Philo with 6. I thought he'd had 3 3-pointers, but he only made 2 of the 3 he took. So 6 points for Philo, 5 for Villapondo. That's Damian Villapondo. And then 3 points for Grant. That's their total, 14. They're 5 out of 15, 33% overall. 1 out of 6, so 16% from the 2-point line. Only 1 2-point shot made. 4 for 9 from the 3-point line at 44%, and 0%, 0 for 2 from the foul line.
They're just not getting to the foul line because they're content to keep the ball on the perimeter.
Yeah.
And shoot the 3-point shot, and it's not falling for them. 4 out of 9, 44% is a good percentage, but not if that's your only scoring.
Right, and especially where the Bears started into man-to-man, and once Bears went into man-to-man on the defense, they shut down. They didn't make a single point in the second quarter.
I think that's the stat that one of the 2 stats that I really wanted to mention. No points at all in the second quarter, and then only 1 2-point make in the game, and it was early.
Yes.
It was early, in about 2-3 minutes in the game. Villapondo made a 2. They have not made a 2-point basket since. Didn't make a single basket in the third quarter. They took the lead at 14-12 over Bear Lake with one of those 3-point makes to give themselves that 2-point lead after the Bears had the 9-3 lead early. And they took the lead at 14-12. They haven't scored since. The Bears scored 8 unanswered, 7 in the second quarter. The other 1 was a foul shot towards the end of the first quarter. Mm-hmm. So Bears score 8 unanswered. So the Bears really not on a tear themselves offensively.
it's moving fast, but it feels slow at the same time. Not a lot
of
really
shots going
on.
up.
Yeah.
It moves quickly until the offenses get set. They
Yeah.
transition quite quickly, but then pull it back out. And once the offenses get set with no shot clock, especially on the Outlaws' end, they are being very patient with the basketball. And the Bears are doing a good job not only of limiting shots, but a great job of limiting rebounds. Second
Yes.
opportunities really are not there for the Outlaws in this game. The Bears have done a great job rebounding.
In fact, that's another stat that we'll be bringing up. Well, I'll just bring it up now. Rawlins had 7 total rebounds in the first half of the game to Bears 14. So the Bears are out rebounding the Outlaws 2-1.
Okay, so who did the scoring for the Bear Lake Bears?
All right, Birch is leading in the scoring column with 7, followed by Hume with 5, Tafoya with 5, Anderson with 3, and that's their total, 20 points. 44% shooting overall. They're 7 out of 14, so 50% from the 2-point range. 1 for 4, 25% from the 3-point range, and 3 for 8 from the foul line at 37%. Again, like I said, 2-1 rebounding for the Bears. They've got 6 offensive boards, 8 defensive boards. They've got 4 steals. They're just, yeah. I could really see the Bears open it up and take full control of this game if they wanted to. They could, I think.
They've had some opportunities, but it's like you mentioned, it's a fast-paced, slow game.
Yeah, it's
at
the
times there's
vibe.
a lot of running and gunning, but at the same time, not a lot of shot attempts going up. Both teams actually shooting a decent percentage.
Yeah.
There's just not a lot of only 21 missed shots total in that half. That's not a lot. Not a lot of made shots, though, either.
I get the idea that these guys are used to having to shoot from the perimeter. Although we talked about this yesterday, too. It feels like a lot of these schools that are over here playing are just content to hang out there and shoot the ball. Whereas Bear Lake is really good at driving it inside and taking the inside shot. Also, Rawlins has some really big kids, some tall kids. So I feel like they're missing a lot of opportunity on the rebounds with their height.
And it is showing on the foul shooting where the Bears are pushing it into the interior. Yeah. They've shot 8 foul shots compared to just 2. We'll take another 1-minute break. We'll come back with second half action right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
You know what I like about Caribou Ford? It's a quick drive. It's gorgeous, and I get what I want.
I take my Caribou Ford to the Oregon Trail golf course.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? I can check out inventory online before I go. Now that's service.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? Satisfaction.
We're Caribou Ford with top awards in the region for customer satisfaction because we're still keeping it simple in Soda Springs.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, it's not only about mining phosphate for production of crop nutrients that support western U.S. farmers and ranchers. It's about supporting our employees, neighbors, and their families. From providing quality competitive jobs to being an active partner in our local communities, bringing Earth's resources to life.
Live coverage of Bears basketball continues now on the SVI Sports Network.
Bears lead it on the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital by a score of 20-14. Bears have their starters up, and Birch had the big first half rebounding and scoring, led the Bears in scoring with 7. Villapando, Gonzalez, who has the ball, Grant, Searle, and Liscano, the starting lineup for the Outlaws. Grant and Liscano, the starting lineup for the Outlaws. Grant with it quickly to the hoop, and ball's knocked away, gets back, loops it up, misses. Keach will for the Outlaws, thought he did travel. Hume will get it to Keach on the perimeter. Looks Birch to Anderson. Anderson will loop it to Hume. Hume drives down the lane, spin move, knocked away from him. Gets it back, spins. The Outlaws took the lead at 14-12 with about a minute or so left in the first quarter. Had not scored since then, and that attempt by Villapano is blocked by Warner, and Hume comes down with the rebound, and the Bears have the ball. Anderson down the lane, kicks it out to Birch. Birch loops up the floater. No good. Warner commits the foul on the rebound.
That'll be his second in the game.
So both teams come out cold to start the second half. It's been a cold shooting day for Rawlins overall. It's been probably 10 minutes of game time since they last scored. Searle brings the ball into the front court, sets the offense. Bears' man-to-man defense has been quite effective. Keach nearly gets it away from Grant. Grant kicks in the corner. Gonzalez for three, no good. Lascano with the rebound. He'll kick it out to Gonzalez. Down the lane, nothing. I'm going to take his Mountain Air foul line in the game for the Outlaws. Grant has shot them all, and he's now 0 for 3. As they get a foul shot and then a foul from behind. And that one I think is going to go.
Gonzalez, his third.
Reached in from behind, and he tripped up Jack. He wasn't trying to trip him.
No, he tripped himself and into Jack. So
Philo will replace Gonzalez. Philo had a couple of long balls in that first half. Good shooter. As Anderson receives the inbound pass and sets the offense for the Bears. Hume with it. Bears lead it by 5. Birch, nice pass to get it to Birch. Birch tries to go to Keach. Keach is going to go to the floor and get tied up. Birch Searle will dribble into a 3. No good. Anderson with the rebound for Bear Lake. Lob up ahead to Warner. It's out of bounds off of Warner. Good defense there. I think Searle affected the lob up ahead to Warner. It's out of bounds off of Warner. Good defense there. I think Searle affected the pass, and so Warner wasn't able to bring it in cleanly, and it just goes out of bounds. It's a turnover on the Bears. 20-15, and we've got 5.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Low scoring affair. Searle going to drive baseline. Warner does a good job to cut him off. He gets it out to Lascano, who loses it, but it rolls to Grant. Down the corner to Lascano. And out to Philo. Philo will drive to Searle. And out to Philo. Philo will drive to Searle. NBA 3. No good. Rebound. Jack Hume. Hume's going to push it into the front.
Yeah, and Carlisle coming into the game for Hume and Keach. And on the Outlaws side, Searle will have to come to the bench with those 3 fouls. He's being replaced by Emmanuel Villapando.
So Tafoya will trigger. Gets it into Carlisle. Carlisle over to Anderson. Anderson is going to drive, shoot, miss, offensive foul.
That's his third.
So Anderson commits the charge.
Oh, no, they changed that to Birch. Sorry, to Birch. Sorry.
Oh, that was definitely on Anderson. How they called it on Birch. Okay, it's fine. Keeps Anderson on the court on 2 fouls now.
They're saying maybe an illegal screen. I don't know. I thought that was on Anderson going to the hoop. But that's good for us because that keeps Anderson at only 2 fouls.
And the Outlaws only have 1 point in the quarter. Villapando, Emmanuel comes now out to Damien. Damien Villapando throws it to Philo. Philo trying to get inside to Grant. Nothing there. Back to Damien. Now to Grant. Grant's going to try to create some room against Warner. Warner, great defense. Now to Lascano. Lascano cut off. Gets it taken away by Carlisle. Carlisle to Anderson. Anderson back to Carlisle. Carlisle misses it. Warner cleans up the board but can't get it to go, and Villapando comes away. Bears had 2. Knock the inbound out of bounds. It'll still be Outlaws basketball now in the corner instead of underneath on the baseline. 4:20 left till the fourth quarter starts, and we're at 20-15. In the corner it goes to Emmanuel Villapando inside to Grant. Grant cut off by Warner. Comes back outside to Villapando. Villapando drives. He's cut off by Warner. Outside to Philo. Philo drives. Gets it to Grant. Grant back out to Villapando. He'll look at a 3. No. Over to Emmanuel.
Your full-service pharmacy, including prescription refills and medications. Bear Lake Drug also offers services such as rapid strep test, rapid influenza test, and medication synchronization. Ask your pharmacist for more details. That's BearLakeDrugID.com. It's your local drugstore and a whole lot more. Bear Lake Drug.
Here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, we have the honor of having a great radiology team. They've been recognized at the state level of being the best in their field. In our radiology department, we are able to provide MRIs, CT medicine, and DEXA scans.
Dormant today, 20-18, midway through the third quarter. Bears have yet to score on the elbow. Tafoya hands to Birch. Birch will come around the screen, and then they call an offensive foul. That is their favorite call. I don't disagree with them, but you just don't see it get called. So the Bears have scored exactly 7 points in the second and third quarters combined.
Oh, they don't do it the same way over here?
Apparently
that should
not.
be a shooting
Oh, yeah,
foul.
we're in Wyoming.
Oh, yeah, I guess
they still have the one-on-one. Grant's shot is blocked by Ewing. And Anderson gets the rebound. A nice play there by Ewing to get the block. And Ewing, with it now at three-point range, gets it to Tafoya. Tafoya will drive baseline. Floater up off the backboard and good. That's Bears' first points in the second half. And it comes 5 minutes into the third quarter, and they're up by 4. You don't score for over 5 minutes of the quarter, and you have a 4-point lead. Villalpando down the lane, up, no good. He's fouled. He'll go line. He'll shoot 2.
Picked up his third.
The Outlaws have yet to make a foul shot. They're 0 for 4. No,
they've made one.
Sorry, one for 4. Grant made his fourth one. Villalpando's first trip to the foul line. Bears lead is 22-18. The Outlaws have now 2 made foul shots, 1 made 2-point bucket, and 5 made 3-point shots in the game. That gives them their 19 points. And they have a chance to cut the lead to just 2 as they're in the game. It feels like this is one that the Bears should be dominating. Outlaws. Hume down the lane, floater up and in. 4 straight for the Bears as Hume gets the floater to go. 24-20. Looking for cutters, nothing there to Villalpando. Villalpando now to Philo. Looking for cutters, nothing there to Villalpando. Villalpando now to Philo. Philo being guarded by Tafoya. Grant goes baseline, cut off. He'll have to go back corner. Philo, quick release 3, no good. Rebound to Jack Hume. Goes to his knees, gets right back up, dribbling the whole time. Great awareness there by Jack to keep his dribble alive. Hume will come up top to Tafoya at the top of the key. He'll come around the screen, elevate, shoot, leave it short, rebound to Warner. Warner puts it up and in. So the Bears have scored now on 3 straight possessions, 26-20, and lead back to 6. Villalpando will set the offense in the center court circle with 1:29 left in the third quarter. Backdoor cut.
Tafoya just picked up his third. He had a hold of his arm.
And that saved points, though, to be honest.
A hold of his arm.
And that saved points, though, to be honest.
Yep.
Philo backdoor cut him. Are they going to say foul shots?
They should have had foul shots last time.
If they have the same foul rule. Oh, yeah, that last one was an offensive foul. That's why they didn't shoot. And Philo leaves it short. So in the game, they are now 3 out of 7 from the foul line. And Philo, who's had a couple 3-point makes, now has a chance to get a 1-point shot. 26-20, 1:25 left in the third quarter. Bears in the lead by 5 as Philo makes a second. Still only 1 2-point make in the game for the Outlaws. Tafoya goes to Ewing. Ewing to Hume. Hume down the lane. He's cut off, spins, still cut off, goes to Birch. Birch goes inside to Warner. Warner has a huge height advantage over Lascano, but it's blocked from behind by Philo and taken down by the Outlaws.
Speech therapy. We also have pelvic floor that we do. Physical therapy helps in multiple settings. They assist in the skilled nursing facility, the manor, the home health, along with helping out with both preoperative and postoperative. Make sure that you have the best outcome with your surgery and your way of life going forward.
Just by 2 As Bear Lake has scored on 3 straight possessions, but the Outlaws have scored as well. Oh, sorry, the last possession was a block shot, so they scored 3 of the last 4 possessions. 26-24 as both teams did not score for the first 4 minutes of the third quarter, and since then, both teams have scored a lot of points comparatively. Ewing to the hoop, no good, just left a little bit short off the backboard. Rebound goes to Green. And here comes Villapondo with the chance to tie or take the lead for the Outlaws with just 33 seconds left in the quarter. Grant with it out up top. And he'll go to Villapondo. Villapondo to Green. Back to Villapondo. And he's looking for Green. Nothing there. He comes around the screen. Another long 3. Yes.
Oh, that's 2 in a row.
And they're right back in the lead. They still have only got 1 2-point bucket in the game, and they lead 27-26. Tafoya down the lane. Spin move up, and Bears right back in the lead. Nice move there by Tafoya. That's going to end the third quarter. Bears will lead it by 1 as we go to the fourth, which we'll do in 60 seconds on the SVI Sports Network.
Live coverage as title and escrow, whatever it takes. Stephen Hammond Dental, local family dentistry. Gary Tusher CPA, bookkeeping, tax returns, and payroll, here to help. Lenhart Beverages, proud to support the Bear Lake Bears. And by KVSI The Wave.
Ace is the place for the helpful hardware, folks. Ace is the place for the helpful hardware, folks. Ace is the place for the helpful hardware, folks. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
This broadcast is owned by SVI Media. Any use without prior written permission is prohibited.
Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard is confused, and so am I. 28-27 Bears in the lead, and the reason I'm confused is the scoreboard's confused as well. The Outlaws scored 14 points in the first quarter. They scored 13 points in the third quarter. They have 27 points in the game, so anybody that can even do basic Bear Lake math can tell you they did not score in the second quarter. The Bears scored 13 in the first quarter, 7 in the second quarter, 8 in the third quarter, and thus lead it by 1. But the Outlaws had the ball to start the fourth quarter, 28-27 on the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Gonzalez, Villapondo, Searle playing catch with it on the perimeter. Now to Grant. Grant looking for a cutter, not there. So come back out to Searle. Searle gets it to Grant. Grant will hand back to Searle. Searle for 3, no. Rebound to Ewing. Here's the other stat that I don't know I've ever seen this in a game before, maybe once or twice ever. The Outlaws have 1 2-point bucket in the game. A 3-point make by Jack Hume. And just like that, the Bears, who trailed just a minute ago, are back in the lead by 4 at 31-27. Phillips 66 U-Save, where your convenience is our pleasure. Searle with it at the top of the key. Between the circles now over to Lascano. Lascano back to Searle, over to Villapondo. His range is when he has the ball in his hands, basically. Inside to Grant. Finds himself open, but too far underneath the hoop. He goes back out to Searle, who misses the 3. Rebound secured by Gonzalez. And now Grant thought he was open from 3, but decides not to take it to Searle. Searle's going to drive, be cut off there. Now to Grant. Grant will take that long 2, miss it, and Tafoya secures the rebound. We'll have to come back out with it to Hume. Hume, another 3. This one hits the wire at the top, and so it's out of bounds. High off the rim, hit the wire, came back down. That counts as out of bounds. And what we'd like to thank the Star Valley crew. They're here. We got 4 camera angles today. Hope that you're enjoying the game. 31-27 Bears with 6:15 left. As Gonzalez gets it on the backdoor cut to Searle, who steps out of bounds with it. Tried to save it in bounds off of Keach, but he'd already stepped in bounds out of bounds. So it'll be a turnover. As Searle had a lane to the hoop, but he was just a little bit too deep and turns it over. Hume brings the ball in the front court for the Bears as we go under 6 minutes to play. Hume stops. He'll come back away. The Bears will reset the offense. No shot clock here, so plenty of time. Tafoya down the lane, floater up, and no good. Keach with the rebound and the putback, and that is good. Bears up by 6 at 33-27. The Outlaws bring the ball in the front court. Villapondo with it. He'll get a screen from Grant, go around it, cut off well by Hume. Oh, must have got him with the body. And Villapondo will go to the foul line. Coach
Hume's first.
Coach Ward doesn't like the call. He thought that Hume had a clean block, but it'll send Villapondo to the foul line. He's 2 for 2 from there. Only his second trip. In Mountain Air. 33-27, Bears in the lead. 5:27 left. Villapondo with his second attempt. And he misses it. Rebound to Villapondo, or jump ball. Jump ball. Should be Bear Lake basketball. And a 6-point Bear Lake lead with 5:20. We'll just give it to Birch. Birch down the lane, loses the ball between his legs, and it's on the floor, picked up, though, by Ewing. Now to Jack Hume. Jack Hume for 3. No good. Birch secures the rebound, but when he stays in bounds, it goes to Lascano. Lascano all the way to the hoop. No good. Rebound to Tafoya. Jacobson, Mountain Air, foul line.
That's going to go on Villapondo. That'll be his third. He is not happy about that call either.
Actually, they gave it to Grant. 30. Sorry.
Well, okay.
I
assumed, I guess, it would be Villapondo because he was not happy with the referee.
Jack Hume from the Jacobs series right here. He's got a piece of cotton stuck up his nose right now to stop a bloody nose, and he committed 2 fouls on this possession. Bears lead it by 7. Broxton Birch to the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line. He'll shoot 2. To 27, Gonzalez goes to Lascano. Lascano has been frustrated in this game. He's being defended man-to-man by Birch, and he gives up about 6 inches to Birch. Birch has done a great job. Gonzalez, no! Keach with the rebound. Keach gets it to Hume. Hume into the front court with it. And the Bears' lead is 9, and the Bears have the basketball. Hume, bounce pass to Anderson, out in 3-point range. Anderson lobs inside, tries to get it to Warner, but Warner's fouled.
They're going to give that one.
Near midcourt to Birch. Birch now back to Hume. Hume drives baseline, spin move, knocked away by Villapondo and into the hands of White. So a turnover for the Bears. And with 4:05 left in the game, the Bears have the 9-point lead, but it's Outlaw basketball. Long 3 on the way, missed. Rebound goes to Birch. Birch has been a man on the boards tonight. He's had a great game. And a lot of his points have been via putbacks, so he's been very crucial to the Bears in this one. Anderson with it. He'll come up top to Birch between the circles. Birch will go to Keach out in 3-point range. Looking for Gonzalez.
But
they're going to say it's on the ground. That would make
but
they're going to say it's on the ground. That would make I'll accept it if they say it's on the ground.
Green coming out of
I'll accept it if they say it's on the ground.
Green coming out of the game and in.
Guard, built with fiber-reinforced shims and rubber-coated hardware that reduce noise and provide an exact fit for the life of the pad. Available now at Napa. Give your engine the attention it deserves with Napa Full Synthetic Engine Oil. Its advanced form. Run cleaner, longer. Available now at Napa.
Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, you can count on them to care. They sponsor our scoreboard, and the Bears in the lead right now on that scoreboard by a score of 36-27. You can count on the Bears to care today about defense. The Bears' defense has been exquisite, to use a word, and the Bears lead it by a score of 36-27 here at Lincoln Middle School with 2:56 left in the game. Keach, Hume, Anderson, Birch, and Warner are the Bears on the court. Gonzalez will trigger from the baseline. Inside to Grant. Grant with the layup only the second. Okay, there is a made basket in the fourth quarter, first of all, and that's the second 2-point shot in the game now for the Outlaws. So they have 2 made baskets that weren't from the foul line or the 3-point range in the game. Logan Keach logging inside to Warner. Nice. Assist, easy bucket. Warner used to go away, 38-32. No shot clock, so Bears can take some time off the clock if they choose to do so. Anderson with it. He's being harassed there. Inside to Warner. Warner tries to go up with it. It's knocked away. It'll stay Bear Lake basketball. Viapondo tried to draw the foul. He doesn't draw the foul, but he does knock it away, so Warner doesn't get the easy look. He'll have to earn it now as the Bears inbound. Hume on the baseline. This is Damien. Now to Gonzalez. Gonzalez drives, kicks it to Lascano. Up top to Emmanuel Viapondo. Thought about another three. Instead goes to Gonzalez. He'll shoot the three from downtown. Wow, 2 made three-pointers in a row in back-to-back possessions, and the Bear Lake lead is now just 5. Anderson will bring it into the front court, and he'll get fouled, reach-in foul.
It goes on Damian Viapondo, his third now.
4 fouls on the rest of the game. 1:26 left is all. Hume will trigger on the far sideline, gets it to Anderson. Awkward, and creates a turnover. Bears lead by 5, but the Outlaws, all of a sudden it's a 2-point game.
They're going to start making those. Bear Lake better draw back out to the perimeter on their defense.
Bears take a timeout. It's a 60. We'll take it on the SVI Sports Network.
Bear Lake Dental in Montpelier is where kindness and dentistry meet. Our friendly, talented team have years of experience in providing compassionate service and high quality